Hey everybody, how you doing? Wow, it's hard to believe we're 5, 6, 7 weeks into this. I think it's probably safe to say that a lot of us on some level will be changed forever in how we do things, how we think about things. And I think that they're just emotionally, this is a challenge. This is a time certainly of deep reflection. I know it is for me, and my favorite times, as I've shared in videos before, have been getting outside. Very fortunate to be in the Northern Hemisphere, and this is springtime. In Indiana, which doesn't always have the best climate, and we're really lucky that this is one of our better times. Spring and fall are our most beautiful, so I'm ever so grateful for that. And it's kind of analogous watching the red buds and all the floral spring trees come to life, and Mother Nature's beauty continue to exist there for us, just to remind us of the constant, and that we're also here for this brief period in time, and a lot of people have gone through and gotten through a lot of issues and crises on this same planet through centuries, since the time man and woman first were here. So it really kind of brings to light just the experience of being just a part of the human condition while we're here. Anyway, what are some things that can be helpful? I do find the app Headspace to be wonderful. Focus has always been a problem for me. I didn't really identify it until my children talked to me about that in themselves, and realized it was an issue for my mother and an issue for me. So I've just kind of accepted it during this time, that no great projects are going to get done. And cooking, going to the store, going for runs, being together, doing online conferences with friends, having a little bit, doing some classes. Certainly a lot has been canceled because I do most of my stuff live. And I'm grateful to be healthy, and I do attribute a lot of that at this point in time to honoring the public health experts, honoring the stay-at-home orders, honoring the wear face masks, and the social distancing, and going out when not many people are around, as far as like to the store. I also understand, as best as I can, we're all wearing different shoes, and it's really important. I understand that we need to get back to our life, and meaning that businesses continue to thrive, and that people continue to make a paycheck so that they can do well and support their families and pay for their rent or their mortgage, or food for their children, for their family. I understand that. I'm deeply distressed, though not at people taking to the streets and kind of ignoring the masks and the social distance, and being really, really quite aggressive, based on kind of being given permission to do that in a, I don't think, very responsible way. And that's terribly troubling to me, and for the health and well-being of our healthcare providers, my fellow nurses, and doctors and healthcare providers that are pretty spent. They're already suffering massive PTSD. They've been wearing garbage bags, and some of these kind of shenanigans, done in specific ways, are going to potentially bombard the hospitals, and put more stress on our healthcare providers. So, we stand on all sides of this fence. We are behind, different leaders, different political parties, and we all share this space together and these resources together. So what are some things that we can do? Certainly if you can get outside, go for walks, go for runs, even just a nice, drive where you're just by yourself or with those that you live with in your car on a country road and watching the spring come to life can be really wonderful. Lighting candles, playing music. If you can focus, reading as much as you can, it's a nice escape. Headspace is a wonderful app. You can get it for free for 10 days. Healthcare providers can get it for free for, I think, till this coronavirus pandemic is through, the acute phase of it. I think healthcare providers can get that. It is a really nice way to take your mind someplace else. I also think if you've traveled, looking back at those pictures, looking back at those memories, taking your mind someplace else so we're not just ruminating and kind of playing this same tape in our head all the time, can be helpful. And also, I did this a lot with patients where maybe they had a dream place or a dream activity they wanted to do. So looking at those through magazines or through posters or through travel brochures or just some way to take your mind elsewhere. Maybe there are scents connected to that. Maybe you wanted to go to France and walk through the lavender fields. They are gorgeous and they do smell wonderful. And so looking at those lavender fields and smelling some lavender, you can do things like that. In childbirth, for example, we use rose, which is very relaxing. It's also a female tonic, and we use that while we have women visualize the rosebud opening up to a full blooming rose that has a really strong mind-body connection. Smelling citruses, smelling lemons, smelling oranges, thinking of the beaches, not necessarily going to them right now. I personally, as much as I'd love to go to a beach, wouldn't feel so safe going with large groups of people right now. It's everybody's own choice, but there are ways to get a little bit of that. This is temporary. This is not permanent. We are going to get back out, and we're getting closer. We're going to be phasing this shortly and seeing the results of it. And if we all cooperate with that and do it in phases, see the results, we're looking at weeks, and supporting each other, supporting the businesses as they open as much as we possibly can. Anyway, that's just kind of some thoughts that I was having today. I've always wanted to be fluent in another language. I've studied a little bit for too many years. And so I've started to do that again. And when I really engage in it, then I do transport my head to a different place. Music is, of course, the best. Anyway, I hope you're well. I hope you stay well. And I hope we heal from this. I, just like many of you, have people that I love very much, that are cousins, that I have lots of great family childhood memories with, and I'm sure that we're on complete opposite ends of our belief system about that. It doesn't change my love for them. It doesn't change those wonderful memories. Sometimes we just, I guess, have to take a pause from each other. Hopefully, we'll all heal sooner than later, and we can start decreasing the losses. And for all of those that are grieving who have experienced losses, I'm just incredibly sorry, because I'm very traditional, and I think our traditions around grieving and around funerals and around celebrating life, I think that's one of the saddest things right now, that people aren't able to do that. Not just people that have been lost from the virus, but normal things that people die of every day, and they're not able to honor the long lives of their parents or their spouses or friends. So light candles, do whatever kind of prayer, meditation, reading, talk to them as you go for a walk, and soon you will be able to celebrate them in the way that's fitting to your belief system. Anyway, I think that one of the things that I hope comes out of this, and I certainly feel it, is we're all in this together. So friends in Italy, friends in France, friends in Canada, friends in South America, we are feeling very similar things, and we are experiencing very similar things, and we need to realize that we all need each other and not make decisions that are going to make it worse for other countries or other peoples. We are not the only peoples on this planet, and we're not the greatest peoples on this planet. We don't need to be all ethnocentric. It's kind of crazy right now. Anyway, bless all of you, and smell things that make you happy. I'm a real love of like lilac bushes. They're going to be a little while, but if you like that, then you're going to like probably the smell of gardenia candle maybe, or jasmine essential oil, the jasmine absolute. Oh my gosh, fabulous. Smell those things. See what makes you feel good. Smell your collection, and be well. Bye.